Hello, everyone. It's me, Cass. And today I just wanted to vlog about my day because I am going to the doctor and I wanted to just kind of share my experience with why I'm going to the doctor, which I'm pretty sure I'm going to put in the title, so I'm sure you can already guess that I have struggled with perioral dermatitis. Yay! This lighting looks good. But yeah, okay. Anyway, I just got out of the shower. I'm going to get ready and I'm probably going to try to study a little bit and then I'm going to go to the doctor. But before I get ready and all, I'm going to kind of like explain what perioral dermatitis is. Like, you're probably looking at me and thinking there's nothing on her face. Like, what are you talking about? Well, that's because I think I'm cured. That's why I'm going to the doctor today, is to confirm that it is for sure gone. And basically, what happened in the beginning was I was working at a daycare over the summer and I started to get this little breakout like right here, and I was thinking, like, oh, whatever. I was probably messing with my face and made it break out. It's whatever. And then, like, a week passed by, and it kept getting bigger and bigger and, like, would not go away. Like, no matter what. Like, I was putting, like, I put, like, oh, what do you call it? I can't remember. But I was putting, like, antibiotic cream on it, and I was also putting steroid cream on it, trying to see if something worked better than the other. And finally I was like, I'm just gonna go to the doctor. So I went to my doctor's emergency clinic because I wanted to get in right away, just see what it was. And so they looked at it and confirmed that they believed it was a staph infection, which is basically just a bacterial skin infection. Like, I'm sure you've heard about staph somewhere. That's because it had like clear little vesicles and like all the bumps were clear and kind of fluid filled. So she was like, yeah, we're going to put you on antibiotic cream. It was mupirocin or something like that. And so I was like, okay, cool. So I started using it. First 2 days, great. Wondrous. Like, literally, it started clearing up. On the third day, I was like, wow, I think she's gone. No, it got worse. It got, like, way worse. Like, it totally flared back up again, worse than before. It was red, it burned, it hurt, and I was like, let me. So then I decided, okay, we're going to go to the doctor again, but we're going to go see my actual doctor and make an appointment. So I stopped using the mupirocin ointment and I went and talked to my doctor, and she was like, that's weird because that's exactly what I would have done for you. So, like, I'm not sure why it's doing this. So I was like, great. Like, it's over. I'm going to be ugly forever. And so she was kind of going through the list of what it could be. She was like, you're using whitening toothpaste because, like, that can irritate your skin. And I was like, yeah, but it literally never dribbles on my skin. So I don't know why it would do that now because I've been using this toothpaste for like ever. And then she was like, well, you were vaccinated for chickenpox, right? And I was like, I mean, yeah. What do you mean? Because like I knew the next words coming out of my mouth. She goes, it could be shingles. And I was like, absolutely not. No, never had chickenpox. And she was like, well, about the time you were born was when the vaccine was just getting out, so like it's kind of iffy of whether or not it actually worked. And I was like, why am I now just being told this? Like, what the actual flip? Like, I can't have shingles. I'm 22, and I mean, you can get it at any age, but I was just like, no. And because the thing was is that it went from the corner of my mouth down, and then it kind of rounded out around my chin and stopped directly at the midline. And that's what shingles does, herpes zoster. It follows your nerve branches. So, like, if it affects this nerve, it stops at the midline, Like, I don't want to get super technical, but that's basically why she thought that. But she was like, we're just going to put you on an antibiotic for about 7 days. And if at the 7th day you feel like it's better but not fully there, just call us and we'll have it sit in for like another 5 days. And I was like, okay, cool. So they gave me Bactrim. And so I took Bactrim. It started getting better. And on the 7th day, it was basically gone. And I was like, just a couple little bumps, but, you know, it's basically gone. I think I'm fine. So I never called. It got worse again. Literally, I'll have to throw some pictures up over here or something, but I had like a red beard, honestly. I had red, painful bumps. The worst part was right here, but then it spread up and around. It kind of stopped right here, and then it started here and would go. It wouldn't really get on here, and then I also got over here and started getting it over here. And it was so embarrassing because, like, it looked like I was diseased. Like, I don't know. It was just some days I would just look in the mirror and just be like, I just want to feel pretty again, you know? And so that's when I really started doing my own research. And I basically came to the conclusion myself that I believe this is perioral dermatitis based on the location, the unsuccessful treatments, and just the length of duration. Because what I read online is that so many people are frustrated because it takes literally months to get rid of it. And no one knows what happens. Not a single soul, as far as I'm aware. And so finally I was like, okay, I need to go to an actual dermatologist. No offense to my doctor, but, like, I need someone who specializes in this and who's going to give me the right antibiotics. Because, like, I already knew the treatment that I was going to get. So I was like, great. So I finally got in with a dermatologist, and they gave me a oral antibiotic, and I wish I could remember what it was called, but for the life of me, I can't. So if I do think of what it's called, I'll try to pop the name of it in the description, or I'll put it up here somewhere. But yeah, so they gave me that, and they gave me, I believe it was 1% metronidazole topical gel to put on it. And so what I had to do is every day for like 3 months, I was to take this antibiotic, and once in the morning and once at night I was supposed to put my topical on. And then, you know, I would basically be done with the antibiotic in December, and I would keep using my oral topical, I got all my words, the topical gel, you know, up until the appointment today. Didn't work out. I got like a month into taking the oral antibiotic, and it made me so sick. Like, it doesn't help them in dental hygiene school, and, like, starving half the time. And if you know what happens when you take most antibiotics on an empty stomach, yeah, it's not pretty. There was one day, and I do this before, like, I already take B12 supplements for my energy issues, and it'll make me sick if I don't eat. So usually what I would do at school before I had to take this antibiotic, if I didn't eat at home, I would just drive to school and then immediately get something to eat at, like, Starbucks. So I was like, oh, I could totally do that one day. Well, I took my medications along with the antibiotic, drove all the way to school, get in the parking structure, and I said, well, darn. I had forgotten my book for that day that my professor on the previous class day had gotten really mad at all of us and irritated and frustrated because none of us had brought our book. So I was like, if I don't have a book, I'm going to be crucified. So I drove all the way back home and made a 10-minute trip into like a 20-minute ordeal. And as soon as I got back to the parking structure the second time, I felt it hit me. I was like, if I do not get food now, I will puke. Well, Starbucks took 5 million years just to heat up a freaking bagel. I should have just asked for it cold. Like, literally, there was no one there, and it took them like 7 to 10 minutes to heat up a bagel. And so, literally, I'm waiting. I'm like standing here going, and I'm like, I'm gonna puke in public. It's gonna happen, because I was like, I didn't want to walk away in case my bagel came out. You know, like, I needed it regardless of whether or not I threw up. And so, not like 2 seconds before they called my name is when I really started to gag. And I was like, oh my God. And then they called my bagel. I run, I grab the bagel, I shove the smallest bite in me. I'm like, no, I can't. And I ran to the nearest bathroom, and I'm like on the bathroom floor, like puking my brains out. It was awful, gross. And like I had done my makeup real cute that day, and I had to go to a flippin' meeting after that. And I threw up, and I dragged my butt to class, and I'm sitting out in the lobby in my building, and my group who was going into the meeting with me came along. They're like, "Oh my God, are you okay?" I'm like, "No, I'm okay." And so, yeah, long story short, don't take antibiotics without, eating something good. Like, eat something that's going to be filling and not just like something sugary.
I would just like to clarify that I know better than to take antibiotics without eating. I felt like I didn't really make that clear, and that was like my first time discovering that. Like, I always take antibiotics with food. It was just that one time I thought I was special and could make it like 10 minutes without food, so I could get to school and have Starbucks for breakfast. But yeah, I was kind of stupid that day, so roll the clip.
So, yeah, I had to miss the meeting. I basically walked in, and my professor was like, "Hey, how are you today?" And I grabbed the trash can. I was like, "I'm doing great." She said, "Get out." And I was like, "Okay." Um, but yeah, so after that, I got to the point where I just feel like that antibiotic tore my stomach lining up so bad in my intestines that I was hungry all the time, and it hurt so bad, but I like literally could not eat because I was so nauseous. So finally I called them. They were like, "You know what?" Because it was basically gone. And they're like, "You know what, just keep using the topical. If it starts coming back, call us, and we'll figure something else out." So I was like, okay. So I kept using the topical twice a day all the way up until about the end of November, and I was technically supposed to go up till today, but then finals happened, and like I just started using it so sporadically, and it finally got to the point where I hadn't used it for a couple days, and like I literally think it's gone. So like I think it's fine. And I was like, I really don't want to start putting it back on my skin, because what if, you know, it's growing in the tube? Like I always kind of got nervous about that. I was like, what if something started growing in the tube? And I didn't want to put that back on my skin. So yeah, that's basically my story. That took a lot longer than I thought it was going to. But yeah, so I'm gonna go get ready, and then I'll probably just kind of update you all after I get back from the doctors. So yeah, see you then. Okay, so I haven't gone to the doctors yet. I'm about to leave too, but I just kind of wanted to show you all what I did with myself. I just put some eyeliner on, and then I just threw some green on under my eyeball. And I basically just used concealer on my eyes, nose, a little bit on my chin and forehead, because like he needs to look at my skin. So I was like, darn, I can't wear foundation today, because like I've been really feeling really like crappy about myself. So I was like, yes, I'm gonna put some makeup on today and like get creative. No, forgot. So I did this because I saw someone on TikTok who kind of did the same thing, except theirs was like a metallic pinky red, and it was really pretty and like edgy. So I was like, I'm gonna put my own little spin on it. So yeah, I also remembered that medication I couldn't remember the name of. The oral antibiotic I was taking for the perioral dermatitis was doxycycline, which is strong, which is probably why I threw up so hard. So yeah, it wasn't fun. But yeah, it really helps though, when I was taking it. And just like another thing I forgot to mention is the place I'm going for my dermatologist is basically 3 hours away. I'm at my parents' house right now during the rest of my break. And then next week, towards the end of it, I'm going to be moving back to school, which is where my dermatologist is. It's in a town where I go to school at. So yeah, I have a 3-hour long car ride for a doctor's visit that's probably going to last 15 minutes. So, yeah. But it's whatever. It gets me out and doing something. So, yeah, I'm going to go get some
food and hit the road, and I'll see y'all after I get the results. So hoping they're good. That took forever. I really wasn't expecting to be in there that long, but I guess he was really busy. So I was in there for like an hour, but basically he came and told me what I thought he would. It's gone. So that's nice. He doesn't think that I need to keep using anything, but he did tell me that now that I've developed this once, I'm probably going to have the tendency to keep developing it just in my lifetime. So that's great. But yeah, he just told me to keep the metronidazole gel, and if in a year or two it pops up again, just use it for a couple days and it should go away. It shouldn't get as bad as it did last time, so hope it never comes back. But yeah, I'm about to go get some coffee with a friend who's actually one of my classmates, and we're going to catch up, and then I'm going to drive home. So yeah, making the most out of this trip. But I'm going to end the vlog here, so bye everyone!